What's up, guys? This is Marcia here with another episode of the Lady Strong Fitcast. Today, I have Lady Strong Fitness member Jana. Jana and I are going to be talking about how age is just a number.
So the big question is this. How were two women who didn't cheat and purchase a gym franchise model, how were they able to spread their mission and purpose by empowering and transforming hundreds of women's lives through fitness, nutrition, mindset, and accountability with a micro gym business model of women only? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. We are Lady Strong Fitness.
Jana, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming on to the episode today. So
my pleasure.
I thought that this title was quite, it was needed. It was very much so needed. And here's why. You and I had talked about this prior to us going live here, but we get a lot of women inside our community, similar to your demographic. And they always say, you know, I can't do this. It's not for me. I'm too old for this. But I always like to bring you up as a good example as, yeah, you can, because we have women that's doing it. So with that being said, Jana, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, my name is Jana Baker. I have been attending Lady Strong workouts now for approaching 3 years this fall. It's been great. To be honest with you, and I know things we've talked about in the past, the way I feel is, and being one of the older attendees, members, I should say, I've never really felt better since I started there. I sleep better. I just can't tell you how many benefits that really aren't even directly related to working out, but just to just getting more organized, because I know I'm going to go to the workout studio that night. So I got to get stuff done. And I've just really, I look forward to it. I run around in my leggings all day. No, not always. I do have a full-time job. So I mean, I just can't say enough about how thankful I am that I literally stumbled into that studio one day. I was looking into ballet lessons right next door at the time. They're not there now, but I went in to check that out, and they had been already closed for the day. So I was wandering around there in the little strip mall, and I saw the sign, and I thought, what's this all about? This is exactly what I'm looking for. This trumps ballet and piano. So I came in, and everyone, of course, was warm and encouraging, and told me, I could sign up for a free class. I couldn't do it that day, of course, but I did come back for another class. And then there was, I think, a week free. You could try it, do a little test drive, which I did. And then I signed up to for quite an extended period of time. I was really excited about it. And like I said, if nothing else, it caused me to, I lost about 10 pounds.
Yes.
People comment on the muscles in my shoulders and my back.
I love it.
I said, just forcing myself to get more organized, knowing I'm going to take that time out to go. And then you got to get home and, get cleaned up and move on. So, not to even mention, I said, some of the non-workout victories are, you make a whole ton of friends, and we're all in the same, great. We're all in the same boat, and sorry about that. And it's just been exactly what I needed. I looked into a couple of other places, but what I really, really like about Lady Strong Fitness is the structure of the classes, the D1, the D2, the D3. D3 being, contrary to everyone else's opinion, the cardio is my favorite. I just feel like I get a better calorie burn with it. Sure. And of course, that's part of the thing I'm looking to do, and burn calories and build some muscle. And so I'm thrilled with the way the classes are organized, with the different combinations. And then the Wednesday night, always all three of them, my favorite. So you never miss a Wednesday. And so I just could not have asked for more. And what I really love is I don't have to think up the workout.
Yeah.
Like, you stop at the gym where you belong and you walk in, and there's a room full of treadmills and ellipticals or whatever, or there might be a class going on, but you have to make decisions. I don't really want to make a decision. I just want to come in. Here I am. You guys put it together for me, and I just do it.
I love it. So I want to kind of rewind a little bit. I want to go back to your first week. of taking advantage of that free week. Tell us what that was like. Were you sore at all? Were you feeling discouraged? I mean, you see all these other people around you. Tell us about that experience. What was that like? Paint a picture for everybody. So that way, if someone that's new coming into Lady Strong and they're trying out their first week, tell us what you experienced that first week.
Honestly, I was so excited to come. I did not feel out of place at all. I was just impressed with the coaches, particularly so warm, welcoming, called me by name all the time. They make a point of it. But there was no judgment at all, because I felt like, what am I not going to be able to do the exercises in the right form? And I still have to work on my form. I still don't look like the coaches, and that's not my goal really. But I was just so excited about it. I really didn't feel nervous. I did notice early in the game that I was on the slightly older side of the clientele, but that's fine. There was at the time another woman there about my age, and we bonded right away. It was pretty fun, and she looked amazing, and it was a big incentive for me. Sure. And so I just kept coming, and so I got to know everybody. I don't feel like there's that kind of a disparity in age. That, like, obviously the general membership is pretty young. I mean, but not. I mean, there's a great representation of every age group. So
yeah, did that intimidate you at all, or what was your thought process like?
Not really. It didn't really intimidate me. I felt like, you know what, I'm here for basically the same reasons they are, and I got to hand it to them. They started much younger than me, and so it should work out well for them. I just felt like I had found a place where I did fit in, and I said I don't think the ages worked against me in any way. People are, I said, it's just, I feel like I did fit in. So, so
what kept you coming? Because that first week, were you like, oh, I'm so sore, I can't come back? Because obviously you kept coming and you kept coming. So what kept you coming? Like, explain that.
There's the way I felt every day and the way I was sleeping. And again, I was just so looking forward to it every day. So what kept me coming? Yes, I was sore. I'm not going to deny that. And I still get sore though. I mean, it still happens when we change things around or we use muscles that we had not been using before. Yeah. You're still going to get that. And that's good to me. That's how you grow. You have to get sore to have get the improvement.
Yeah. What is your favorite part about Lady Strong?
Well, everyone has different reasons that they do this. And one of mine, yes, is to be more physically fit than I have been, because, I've been in the types of jobs where I sit in a chair all day at a computer, and, if you're counting your steps, like at noon, you're at 325. That's a far cry from where you want to be, 6,000 or 7,000. So I did want to increase all that. But what I really like about it is, and what I've learned, number one, is that the key to the fitness is the consistency of showing up, not canceling a lot and deciding or trying to do it at home. I wasn't that good at doing it at home. But so what I liked about it was, again, not everybody has different reasons. And some people, it's all about the fitness. For mine, it's also somewhat about just the camaraderie that developed there. It's just such close-knit, really kind of a close-knit group of people. You kind of find you hit your stride with who shows up at the same time you do, and you start to get to know everybody a little bit better. And then you switch classes now and then, you meet some other people that you haven't seen for a while. So I'm not going to deny that the social aspect of it is enjoyable to me.
I recall a scenario that about a month ago, you were at one of our baseline orientations, and we went around the room and we did an introduction, and what you said was really inspiring. And you said that the reason why you decided to pursue fitness and continue down this journey is because you didn't want to end up like some of the people, correct me if I'm wrong, that you had seen in the citizen home that were your age, that were sitting around or in a wheelchair or walkers, and you didn't want to be that way. And I think more people need to hear this. So for whoever that's listening today, honestly, like that was probably one of the biggest inspirations that you said in that introductory, and I'll never forget that. So if you want to elaborate a little bit more on that, I would appreciate that if you could.
Sure, I'm glad you reminded me of that. Actually, it is my mother who recently I had to move into assisted living, and um, she's doing fine. I mean, obviously that's not her first choice of places to live, but as I'm down there and, eating with her, I'm out in the hall with her, we might leave in the car for a bit, observing all the other residents, 22 women, by the way, let me point this out, 22 women, 10 men.
Oh, wow.
What's the message?
Yeah.
Women tend to live longer, yes, but they have this, they have a lot of issues, and some of them are fine, and some of them are fine mentally. It's just because they need a place to live, and that's great. But they almost all have walkers, which are encouraged, because one time somebody fell, and of course the facility doesn't like that. So they're encouraged to use their walkers, though they may not be using them in their apartment, but they're using them out in the halls, in the dining room and stuff.
Right.
But as I watch this slowly, this slow decline, it just breaks my heart. And of course, there is the mental aspect too. And I think exercise and working out is integral to keeping not just your body fit, but also your mind.
100%.
And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do all possible that my kids don't have to watch this. To a point, they'll have to. Some people,
I love that.
but I'm just going to
that.
fight that, because I just, I have two siblings, brother and a sister, and I'm probably the best candidate to be doing this. They both have, they're in different states, and I'm just the most logical person to be looking after her.
Right.
But I just can't. It's just what we call the long goodbye. And I thought, Mom's had a lot of an issue. She was in a very severe car accident years ago and broke several ribs or pelvis, and
Wow.
just almost never got over it. It always affected her. And so she wasn't really able to do a lot, but I'm just thinking, I wish she had known about something like this. There were a lot of arm exercises and other things that you can do.
Yeah.
She probably couldn't have done burpees, but there were a lot of things she could have done. And, maybe she wouldn't be using that walker now. And she walks like she's in a little bit of pain. So,
Yeah. You know what I like though? You're breaking the cycle. You're breaking the family cycle. Like you said, you don't want your kids to end up coming to a nursing home and seeing you in that walker, and it stopped with you. So, and
I'm trying
in itself. Yeah. So thank you for that. Now, I want to ask you a question. I ask everyone this at the end of each episode, and I want you to relate it more towards women your age. What do you have advice for the women who are your age and they're skeptical about trying something such as Lady Strong Fitness?
Okay, I'll tell you, even if you have not worked out for years, even if it's been a long time, because back when we were younger, we probably did more things like that. It's not too late to start. Start now. You know what? There's workouts, and then there's workouts. You can really be like, I work out with a lot of women who I believe really are putting their whole self into it. That's great. They're at that level, but you might need to start with maybe not quite as robust of a workout. You're going through all the exercises, but maybe you don't do 10 burpees. You only do 6 or 7, and you have to stop and get a drink of water. You can pace it your own self. The coaches aren't going to call you out on it. Not going to embarrass you and say, you didn't finish your burpees. I mean, it doesn't go like that. But so like I said, there's workouts and then there's workouts. You might have to start with a slightly lower level of intensity and then work up, which is where I am. I'm always trying to think, I look around me at the others who have on their heart rate monitors, and I'm looking like, oh my goodness, I'm a long way from that. So it does spur me on. It's very motivating to see that. And I want to be able to do that too. And I'm not quite as where some of them are, but my point is just, even if you haven't worked out in years, it's not too late to start. Even if you have to start slow, or you're not coming every day, you're coming 3 days a week, which is still good. 3 or 4 days a week. At least those are 3 or 4 nights a week that you're not sitting on the couch, or 3 or 4 mornings that you got up and got over there and God burned up some calories and helped to build some muscle. And so I can't say enough about if you have not started and you're in your mid 60s like I am, it's okay. But you have to start. The first step is you have to take that first step. And you guys make it so easy because the schedule there's just so many choices.
Sure.
If you're an early bird, great. And I would love to be in that when I've tried it, but just right now it's not working. So I'm coming in the evening, which is fine. But there's just a lot of service offerings. And so there's got to be one in there to meet the needs of practically everybody.
I love it. Jana, you're awesome. Thank you so much for coming on today. Seriously, you're super inspiring. We love having you a part of the community. Again, ladies, if you're listening to us, just start. It's not too late to start. So with that being said, ladies, thank you so much for tuning in. Jana, thank you so much for coming on this show today. Ladies, we'll catch you on the next episode of Lady Strong Thick Ass. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Marcy. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or whatever your favorite place is to listen to podcasts. And if you really liked this episode, please leave a review for us on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.